I'm not sure if you all know what does it mean to be the son of a mentally disturbed father. In this video I'd like to talk to you about my father, who has always been a mentally disturbed person. I realized that he had mental issues when I was about 30 years old. Well, I was old enough, but I never realized that my father was a psychopath because I just grew up in a family where both my father and my mother were very unhappy people. They quarreled all the time. And I was used to the fact that a father was like him, that every father should be like him. Well, my father used to insult me and beat me and be very violent and vulgar person. And I was afraid of him. And I spent my time since I was a child. I've spent my time since I was a child, just closed in a closet, in a wardrobe, or under the bed. I just looked for a place where I could hide myself. Not because he was very violent, but because he used psychological violence with me. He needed to insult me. He needed to demonstrate to me that I was useless, that I was completely stupid. Since I was 5 or 6 years old, when he came home from work, he needed to take me, to sit in front of me and tell me that I sucked, I was horrible, I was ugly, I was a stupid little child, that I needed to die, that I needed to be beaten by all my friends because I was a stupid little monster. And he kept saying this to me for almost 30 years. And I grew up as stupid as he wanted me to be. I was afraid to show my face to the people because he told me that I was ugly. So I was afraid of make the other look at me, and I was afraid of the outside world. And I only when I was 30 years old, I realized that my father was mentally ill, mentally disturbed, and I started to look for a room that belonged to my brother that was far enough from my parents. I was able to make some people build a second door to my room so that I uh, couldn't hear him, hear voice, his insults. And I now live quietly enough because I don't listen to him anymore insulting me. He just needs to feel he is superior by insulting and degrading and beating other people. Um, when I was a child, I tried to report him to my teachers, but outside, far from the house, he completely changed his behavior. He becomes quiet, gentle, and smiling with other people. And when my teachers told him that I was concerned about his violence. He just said, "Oh, my son is just inventing things. He's exaggerating. I'm very gentle, a very gentle man, a very kind man." So nobody believed me about the violence I was forced to endure at home. My mother was never helped me because she told me that she was interested in the money my father gave him to survive, so she would never report him to the police. Well, I grew up like that, with a man who was a psychopath, and I realized very late all this violence and this mental illness. I never remember him joking or smiling or saying that he was good, he was in a good humor, etc. I always remember my father being angry and saying he was ill and say he was in need of beating someone. He was a very vulgar and dirty person. He needed to insult his sons, but mainly he needed to insult me because this made him feel great. He needed to insult someone to say that other people needed to die and suffer and burn it in the in hell, burn in hell, and have all sort of calamities. These made him feel great and good, and seeing at his son crying uh, gave him a new strength. He needed to see me cry and suffer, so he said it was good and all the world was happy for him. Well, this is very strange of a human being. This, this is why I realized that that man, my father, was really, really disturbed. Now he's very old and I'm living more happily because I live recluded in locked in my room, and I cannot hear him, listen to him anymore. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one.